Is you ready, my brother? Step up to this mic and let's get it.
Make some noise for Domes, y'all. Make some noise.
Hey everybody, my name's not Doms. It's Domes.
What is that? Domes Gage is dope, but like.
That boy is good. I promise.
What's up, guys? Domes Gage here, and we're back. Back for another episode of Off the Dome with Domes Gage. Episode 22, I believe. Trying to stay consistent. Back for another week. Because, I had my little hiatus, fell off for a little bit there, but we're back. We're keeping it going, keeping the ball rolling, staying consistent. Although I don't know that I have that much to talk about today, but we'll fill up an hour. We usually do. So, yes. Back for another episode. If you guys are watching on the YouTube channel, make sure to hit that like button, leave a comment. Really helps these videos grow, helps with the little stupid algorithms on YouTube and the little, the likes and the comments. Help it grow, help it notify more subscribers. And speaking of subscribers, the subscribers have been going up a little bit. I don't know when we hit 7,000. I don't feel like it was that long ago. Like, we hit it while I was doing the podcast. So maybe like a couple months ago, month or two ago, we hit 7,000 subscribers, and we're already at 7,100, maybe even 103. So the subscribers are going up. I appreciate it. If you're not subscribed already, make sure to do that now. Make sure to do that now. And if you're listening anywhere, wherever you're listening, I appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, I guess we'll start. Kind of forgot what I was talking about in the last episode, honestly. So we're just gonna start fresh, I suppose. I know I was talking about the Kiss Goodbye video in the last episode. So yeah, shout out to everybody that's been showing love on that so far. It's been getting a good response. It is available everywhere on all digital platforms, the Spotifys, the Apple Musics, all that. So make sure to go stream everything, man. We're trying to get more material, more content, trying to build the catalog, Even if, everything that I'm releasing at the moment isn't getting the most plays, like when people do eventually find it, there's going to be a whole backlog, whole catalog, whole, just a whole ton of shit that they can listen to, and so just trying to build up the catalog, man. And also for the people that are tuning in now, of course, give you guys, more stuff to listen to, and yeah, trying to up the streams. It just that's motivation for me to kind of, put more stuff out, trying to stay uploading it to Spotify, stay on top of that, really get it to places that I can somewhat monetize, even though I'm not getting paid that much for for the streams and all that. But it's a little bit. Even though they're trying to make it super hard to fucking let me get my money, which is a whole separate story that I've been dealing with for the last week, trying to get money from streams. Anyway, sidetrack. But yeah, make sure to go, run those streams up, guys. I appreciate everyone that has been listening. Been working on some music this week. I was talking about last week, I've been making a lot of beats. I made a lot more this week. Just been having fun with it. I don't know. I just got a couple new little plugins and sounds and, different things to play around with. So I've just been having a lot of fun making new beats. And I also started a couple songs this week. Did a little bit of recording. I was talking about in the last episode I need to get back to recording because I've been slacking on that, and did a little bit of recording this last week, just working on new songs. Got like a couple new hooks recorded and pieces to verses. I haven't like finished everything yet, which I need to be better about. I think I've talked about, that before on the pod. Just I need to like finish stuff as I'm making it. It's hard for me to like go back and finish it, So I try and do as much as I can, but sometimes the creative juices are just spent, and you can only put out so much in a day. And some of these are like I'm making the beat from scratch and then immediately like going into making songs over them, and sometimes I just don't get through it, guys. But I'll get it finished. Working on new stuff, trying to figure out what's next, trying to figure out what I'm doing next. Like project-wise and just, what I'm going to do next. I know I'm working on a couple more freestyles because you guys seem to like those. I like those. They're simple to do, and I get to have fun just doing some rap stuff. So I'm working on a couple more of those, so expect those in the near future. Some new freestyles. But yeah, like I said, I've been working on a lot of new music, trying to figure out what's coming next. I have a couple ideas. I want to do another project. I want to do a few projects. The one I was originally planning to do next might not be the one I do next. Because now I have the idea to do like a little follow-up to A Shot in the Dark. So do another like maybe 8-song EP, something along those lines. As a little follow-up to that. However, like I just said, I was going to do a project in between, but now I'm not sure that that's going to work out. Timeline, why? Just trying to figure it out, guys. That's all this podcast is me trying to figure things out. And you guys have tuned in to 22 episodes of that, so I appreciate it. Hopefully we figure things out. Figure them out together. It's not just me trying to figure them out, guys. We're figuring them out together. But yeah, did feel good to get back in my little creative zone and get some recording done. I'm liking where it's going. Definitely a different vibe from some of the other stuff I was working on. So I'm always excited when I kind of try something different and it sounds good. It works out, Because there's plenty of times that I try different stuff and I'm like, not so sure about that. So when I do try different stuff and it works, I'm hyped over it. But yeah, just trying to figure out what I'm doing next. And like I said with A Shot in the Dark, I didn't really plan for that to be an EP. I didn't like go into making those songs thinking these are for a project. I was just making music. I made those 8 songs separately, like not thinking they were going to tie together or, that wasn't the purpose for them. As opposed to like my first album, I'm like, every song I'm making is like potentially for this album I'm working on, and then the EP stuff was just songs I was making, and then it kind of formed itself. So that's also what I'm kind of thinking with the follow-up to it is now that I have it in mind, I don't know that I should do that. I should just make some songs for a little bit, and I don't know what I'm, like I said, trying to figure stuff out. But yeah, I think I have a couple songs that I've been working on that I was like, oh, this could be a cool little, that they kind of go together. Like the few songs that I have been making, they kind of are in the same little boat. So I don't know. I have the title for the project or for the I have the title for the follow-up to the EP. And it's not called A Shot in the Dark 2. But I'm going to hold on to that because I don't know that it's what I'm going to do next, but we'll see. We'll see. All I know is new music is coming. Need to get some videos shot. I do want to do a couple videos still for the EP. I know it's been a little bit. It's been a couple months already since it's been out, but I've been giving you guys stuff in between, you know. Gave you guys 2 freestyles, and I'm trying. Trying to get some video shot, so we'll make it happen. But yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else productive that I did this week. Not too much, to be honest. I have been working on a lot of beats, so I have been kind of busy, like, making music every day, but just nothing to really talk about that's that exciting, I guess. And we're only 11 minutes in, and this very well could be a very short episode of the Off the Dome podcast. Which I don't ever call it that. I just realized that. I don't ever call it the Off the Dome podcast. It's Off the Dome with Dome's Gage because there's too many imposters. We established that on episode 1. Yeah. Buck just reminded me that. He said, fuck that. Fuck all the imposter Off the Dome podcast. This is the only one. Buck's trying to get me to change the title, Off the Dome with Dome's Gage and Buck. He wants me to include him. No, I'm just kidding. I haven't been talking to Buck, guys. Don't worry. I haven't lost my mind that much yet. Yet. It might be coming, but, you know, not yet. So, yeah. It's already noon on Monday, and this episode should already be out. But, of course, I wait till the last minute to record these things, but it's coming out today. Don't worry, guys. And that doesn't mean anything because you're still going to watch it and be like, it didn't matter when he put it out. So, yeah, I don't have, like, a ton of shit to talk about. What else did I do this week? Watched a lot of fucking YouTube. And I watched that boxing match that just happened. The Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder rematch. And I'm totally like the definition of a bandwagon fucking boxing fan. I only watch like the super big fights. I'm the same way with like the UFC stuff. It's like I only watch like the Conor McGregors and the fucking, all the shit that everybody's talking about on the internet. And I don't really know much about it. So I'm kind of a bandwagon fan, but I do I do enjoy it. And so I watched that bootleg, just like I watch everything. Watch the bootleg fucking link on the boxing match. That was entertaining. I watched the, I don't know why I put this down to talk about, but I don't know what I would even talk about from it, but I watched that Eminem Crooked Eye interview. That Crooked Eye has a podcast, and Eminem went on it, and they had a conversation, and it was really cool to just hear like 2 rappers who rap extremely well, just kind of nerd out over rap stuff, talk about syllable counts and shit. That's like the kind of stuff I be talking about. So it was cool to hear, like, even after how long that they both have been, making music and working on their craft, they still like care that much about it, and they're still like, that's what makes them excited. Like, oh, I rhymed this many words, and then A rhyme scheme to B rhyme scheme, and like, you know, it's all like shit that an average listener doesn't care or even notice, and to like someone who, you know, like studies the shit like or you know, to a rapper's rapper, that's the shit we talk about. And so it was cool to hear them kind of nerd out over that, and it was just a cool little interview. I'm not like I can't say I like a ton of like Eminem's newer stuff, but he's always, you know, a fucking legend, always gonna be a legend. Definitely grew up listening to his stuff, and I mean, he's still fucking incredibly talented, and I did think there was a lot of good songs on the new album he put out and shit. So I'm not saying he's bad. I just the old shit is classic, and maybe that's how people feel about me. So maybe I should fucking be more open-minded. Sorry, Em. But yeah, I don't know. I just wrote that down because I did watch it. I was like, maybe I could talk about that, but I don't really know what else to relate to that. But so yeah, I watched that. What's the boxing match? What the fuck else? I feel like I have to have something else to talk about here. I know I have a couple questions. I know Hot Dog Kisser is back in the mix this week, but I think I've only been running for like 15 minutes, and I can't run to questions yet. I gotta kill up some more time. Filmsgauge.com/shop for the merch. Get you a t-shirt. I need to get some more merch popping. Need some new designs. Need to step it up, guys. Blank air. All right. I don't know. I wasn't going to run to questions yet. I was just trying to think of something to. Well, I was actually looking at the questions, but hoping I would think of something else to talk about. It's like kill time. Because I need to kill time. I mean, maybe I don't. Maybe you guys would be like, fuck it, dude. It's 30 minutes. Like, you know, it's fine. At least we got an episode. Shorter episode's better than no episode. I know you guys went a month without getting an episode, so a short episode is you know, better than no episode. But yeah. Try and talk about more fucking music stuff, but I just don't know what to add to it, I guess, guys. I've been listening to a lot of music, which is always like, sometimes I don't listen to that much music. Sometimes I go off in my podcast world, which I still do. Like, you know, I still have been listening to a shit ton of podcasts. But, you know, when I'm listening to music is when I get the most inspired to make music, is hearing new stuff, finding new artists, and just hearing new music always inspires me to want to make my own. So I've just been trying to, you know, been on the YouTube searches, the YouTube wormholes, just finding new artists and listening to a bunch of music lately. And yeah, so that's been hyping me up to make music. It's been hyping me up to get back to recording and shit. So I've just been trying to do a lot of that. And just, yeah, figure out what's next. Which I don't know. I don't know what to go back on. I'm just, you know, talking in circles. But yeah, just figuring out what I'm going to do next. I am working on music though, so. So, yeah. It's 20 minutes, guys. It's 20 minutes, and I'm just drawing a fucking blank. I'm drawing a blank. What else did I do? Did I do anything fucking productive? Come on. Worked on YouTube thumbnails. More little stupid artwork stuff that you guys probably didn't even notice. Just changing shit, trying to make it more appealing for the viewer. Trying to make people click on the videos. But all right. I think we're just going to hit up these questions. See if these hot dog kisser questions can't burn 40 minutes. Probably not, but we'll see what happens. I still have to edit it. If this one's a little short, it's all right. I'll be, I got to do another one next week. So. And my birthday's coming up next month. Started next month. March 4th is my birthday. I turned 27. It's crazy to think about. Just a grown-ass kid. Yeah. That's coming up. I wanted to drop something like for my birthday, around my birthday, but we'll see what happens with that. Maybe I can get another one of these freestyles done. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Guys. And until then, I'll talk about it on the podcast about how I'm going to... Never mind. Fucking dug myself in a hole with that sentence. Didn't know how to get out of it. Said the wrong words. Anyway, whatever. Shut up, Domes. You're making this worse. That's what Buck just told me. That's what Buck just told me. All right. We're just going to run up these questions. See what the deal is. I don't think this guy, oh shit, camera, sorry. Wasn't looking at the camera, guys. I don't know how long it was off for. I don't think this dude asked or meant to ask this as a question for me to answer on the podcast. I need to do better at responding to comments, guys. I'm sorry. I've been fucking slacking. I've been busy working on stuff, but usually I set out like a good time to just like respond to everybody, and I feel bad that I haven't. So I'm gonna do that. Just know that I appreciate it and it doesn't go unnoticed. All the love is much appreciated. But yeah, I don't think this dude was meaning for this to be a question on the podcast, but he says, "Are you Kid Domes from A-Hat? I used to watch her rap battles 10 years ago." And I mean, I guess, yeah, technically I am. I mean, I don't know that that's like what I want to be like classified as. I'd rather just be like, no, that's Domes. He's a rapper. Kid Domes from A-Hat. But anyway, regardless, yes. Shout out to you for, listening or, watching that shit 10 years ago. Make sure to listen to the music, Tune into the new stuff. Appreciate you. Finding your way back home, man. Welcome home, buddy. There's plenty of music for you to catch up on. Anyway, let's get to these hot dog kisser questions. Hot dog kisser asks, drum roll please. No, I'm just kidding. Because hot dog kisser slacked last week. He gave me no questions. I gave him shit for it. So I know he's, he had to come back. He had to come back this week. So. And he even said it. Okay, I'm back. Hot dog kisser asks, if a record label wanted to sign you, what would you want in the signed contract? It's a good question, Hot Dog Kisser. It's a good question because I honestly don't know that much about the whole like record label side or industry side of this music shit yet. You know? Maybe I need to learn more about it, and that's why I would be further if I learned more about it. I try and study, but I could do more. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure like what the, stipulations and shit are for certain labels, but I know or certain deals, I guess. But I do know a couple. One is creative control, full creative control, to where the label isn't like, I think you should be doing this kind of sound. I think you should be working with this artist. A lot of people, the good artists, they get full creative control and the label just wants to back them. And they're like, yeah, we'll get behind this. You already have something that's working. We're not going to interfere with that. We're just going to let you continue to do what's already working. We're just going to back you. And that's like ultimately what every artist, I think, looks for, is they don't want to switch up for the label. They just want to make sure they can continue to do the same thing that they were doing, just at a higher platform, at a higher volume of people seeing them or hearing them, or just more opportunities, on the music, I guess. So, yeah, creative control. I'd want to and that's like why a lot of people do like partnership deals. And that's something I think would be more like in my situation. I think if I could predict the future, which I can't, and I don't know that this is how it's going to happen, but I'm imagining that I'm going to build this fan base, that you guys, I'm building this army that are listening to the podcast and are, streaming the music. I'm going to build that fan base. I'm going to build it to a point to where a record label sees something that benefits them as well. It has to be a mutually beneficial thing. You know what I mean? It can't just be a record label digging an artist that has no type of presence or no type of following, most of the time at least. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to build a fan base to a point to where I can have a partnership with a record label, to where it's not basically they're taking what I'm doing, they're not changing anything, and they're just getting behind it to distribute albums and radio and tours and certain shit like that. It's a budget that they give you, but like I said, don't know much about it. Clearly don't know much about it. Doesn't sound like I know much about it either. So, but yeah, creative control. Clearly I'm fucking broke, so we're gonna need a nice advance. Even though by the time I would actually be in the spot to sign a deal, it would be much more negotiable. Is that how you say that? But yeah, like I said, by the time I'm ready to sign a deal, I'm gonna have so much more to offer. So that's why the price is gonna go up by the time labels are actually interested in me. Right now, I'm like, shit, give me fucking whatever. You're gonna give me money? Yeah, let's run that. But nah, I gotta hold out until it's worth it. I know my worth. So, yeah, a nice advance, creative control, owning my masters. I don't even know what all that fucking technically means. I mean, I know it's you own your catalog, and you own all the royalties to it. So that's like, definitely something that all, artists need. But, not a lot of them fucking look into it. Not a lot of them like know that much about it, just like me. So I could be missing out on something here. Like I know it was like J. Cole or something like fuck, I can't even remember the story, and I'm gonna fuck it up, honestly, so I don't even want to tell it. It was like something with the deal, and he decided like, nah, like don't give me that, like just give me the royalties and give me less money or something like that. I can't remember, because in the long run, those royalties, you know what I mean, are are like fucking people die and there's those royalties are still going to the family and, you know, things like that. And shit could get messy if you don't have the rights to them. So, but like I said, not very educated on this manner. So I need to study up. I'll definitely be more well-versed in these kind of things by the time I actually consider signing a record label. But at the position I'm at now, there's no like labels trying to hit me up or, you know, things like that. So all in due time, I suppose. We just gotta build the fan base. We gotta get more of you guys, more hot dog kissers. Actually, I don't know if I can handle more hot dog kissers. I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding. But yeah. Budget and all that. I would love, you know, like I'm pretty sure a record label is like, you know, putting you on the tour, like kind of funding the tour buses and things like that. They do a lot of like press stuff, put you on radios, interviews, things like that. I'm assuming. But yeah. I think before I think about what I would want from a record label, I need to be focused on getting myself to a position where a record label would even be interested in me. So, yeah, just working on that, you know, trying to build the dome heads. So yeah, that's what I'm focused on. Unless I could figure out how to write for somebody, then that's like a publishing deal. That's like a whole side thing. Like I'm not really signed as an artist where I released albums. I'm signed through like writing for different people or something like, I don't know. I got to look into that. That's also something I would love to fucking do. I was talking about, you know, I want to produce for people or I would be down to produce for people, make beats for people. I was talking about that in the last episode, and I would love to write songs for people. Those are two things I would be super interested in doing, but just don't know the right way to, I guess, go about that, you know. But especially when I'm, you know, just trying to focus on my own music and trying to stay consistent with that. It's hard to, like, you know, bounce around. But a lot of artists that I listen to have writing credits. You know, they wrote songs for other people, and that's how they got their foot in the door in the industry with people. And yeah, that's something I definitely would look into. So I should do that. I should fucking do that. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully that answered your question, Hot Dog Kisser, a little bit. Hot Dog Kisser, question number 2. Do you think you'll ever move away from Las Vegas? I fucking hope so, Hot Dog Kisser. No, yeah, I do, you know, or that's the plan at least. You know, I love it here. I've been here, you know, it's home for sure, but I've been here my whole life. And like I said, I'm about to turn 27, and I've been to limited, like, other places. I haven't explored, man. There's so many, like, fucking, you know, there's so much more to see in the world. And it was like the last time I went to California, I was like, you know, just like had a good time, just enjoyed it out there and shit. I was in like Huntington Beach area with my brother, and this is like a year ago, last year maybe, and we were out there for only like a weekend, only a few days and shit, and just like, you know, just like had a chill little vibe. It was just a cool little time and shit. And as we were coming back, we were like driving back to Vegas, and it's like literally like we get back like on the freeway to where like, you know, we just like are headed home and shit. Like we got off the freeway and I'm back on the street, like headed back to my house, and I'm just like, damn, like this is the first time I've ever been like headed back here and just been like, I don't want to be here. Like I'm tired of seeing this same I'm tired of seeing the same fucking road, the same buildings and the same street signs. Like I've been here for so fucking long that I'm just like over it to a certain extent. And like I'll always like I said, it's home, so I'll always have like here to fall back on. But that was just like a realization moment where I was like, man, there's like, I've been here for a long time and there's so much more for me to see, and I'm limiting myself by staying here for that long. And music wise, like the scene isn't that crazy. Like it's not like a poppin' scene like in LA or a New York or, you know, there's just so many other places that have better like music scenes and, you know, just scenes for like a creative or, you know, for artists and whatnot, as like Vegas just makes it hard, you know? So yeah, there's I would love to be able to branch out, and I'm working on it, you know? I'm working on it. I kind of made a little, pact to myself, or not really a pact, but just like a little, you know, had a conversation with myself as I do, which is what started this whole podcast. But yeah, that I need to get out. I need to, you know, I need to keep going. I need to see new things, see new horizons, and just it's time, man. I said it actually in Kiss Goodbye. I have a line where I say damn, how does I'm trying to think the setup to it. I say, damn, why can't I think of the line now? Of course, I'm going to put myself on blast and say, or like I'm going to set myself up for failure and say, hey, I say this line. I say, oh, that's what I said. I said, it feels like the last 10 years I've been cooped in this room, sick of the same thing. I want to feel new and improved. Like that sums up how I feel about this whole situation. Is I've been sitting in this studio for the last fucking 10 trying to make this shit work, and it's like I love it, you know what I mean? It's home, but maybe I'm too comfortable. Maybe I've grown maybe I've grown too complacent with it, and it's just I think about it a lot where I'm just like I feel like I need to take myself out of my comfort zone sometimes, you know what I mean, to see results. And when I'm too comfortable, it's like, you know, I'm in a good situation, but when you get too comfortable there, it's like, I don't know. So yeah, I have a lot of thoughts about that one, Hot Dog Kisser, but it's something I am actively trying to do, is get out of Las Vegas, except everywhere I want to go is so fucking expensive. So I'm so broke now that like even like trying to go fucking somewhere else, it just seems so like it's not gonna happen yet. But I gotta make a change, you know. I've been talking about it. It's on my mind a lot. It comes out in the music, as you guys can hear, with lines like that, you know, just like I'm trying to be a human being. There's no excuse for me to do what I do. I don't know what the first two lines are for some reason, but yeah, there's no excuse for me to do what I do. There's no excuses. There's no excuses for me to continue to act the way that I've been acting and continue to not make a change and not do what the fuck I know is needed to be done. And you know, I just have to commit. I have to commit, Hot Dog Kisser. And it can't be just like a fictional idea. I'm manifesting it and I'm going to get the hell out of Vegas, but I have to actually commit to that idea. So that's where I'm at with it. But yeah, like that would be fucking amazing to just be like, even like short term. That's what I was kind of like thinking, like, oh, I could spend like a month here. I could spend a month there. I could like go all over, because I've been like so little places in my life that I'm like, I just want to kind of see everywhere. I don't necessarily need to go to LA and settle down right now. I just need to go there for, you know, a few weeks, and then I'll go to fucking Portland for a few weeks or New York for a few, or wherever the fuck I'm trying to go. It's like, I just like, I want to go, man. I want to get the fuck out of here. And it's like, yeah. And it's just like, you know, like, I'm not trying to like say, like hate, like somebody might hear, somebody from Vegas might be like, oh, well, fucking hating on Vegas. And that's not the case at all. I fucking, you know, I love it here and it's my home and all my family's here. And, you know, I've just been here for so long that you get over things, guys. You get tired of things. And, yeah, that feeling of me driving home that day or that night and being like, wow, I'm just like, I don't want to be on this street. I don't want to be, I'm just sick of seeing this shit, you know? I need to see new stuff. Like driving on the street in California, I'm like, none of this shit is familiar to me. It's like just everything is a breath of fresh air. Excuse me. Yeah, but, yeah. I'm working towards it, Hot Dog Kisser. And I'll be repping Vegas wherever I go. Don't worry. Wherever I go, it's not going to change like my, you know, I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada, born and fucking raised for the first, however, you know, 27 years of my life. But I got to make a change, man. I got to get to where it's hard to find like, I don't know, like I said, it's just there's better scenes for what I'm trying to do. And a place like LA is somewhere where everybody's trying to do the same thing that I'm trying to do. Everybody's a creative, everybody is making music, everybody is shooting videos, everybody is, you know, doing the same shit I'm trying to do, trying to make something out of nothing. And there's people like that out here in Vegas for sure, but it's just like it's harder to find. And I mean, I'm sure I could network more out here, but like there's just bigger opportunities in other places. Like I said, it's very limited here. So yeah. We're gonna you know, we're gonna buy a van and go live in different places for a fucking week. No, that would be fucking awesome, but you know, it's probably not gonna happen anytime soon. But something like that I thought about. Yeah, just, you know, fucking pack my shit in a suitcase. I don't need that much stuff. I need like my computer, my camera, my microphone, my interface, my some clothes, maybe. Maybe. I'll just fucking couch surf. So I need to build a big enough fan base where you guys will just let me sleep on your couch when I'm in the city. Then I'll just do all sorts of traveling. Anyway. 43 minutes. It's pretty short still, actually. Was there any other questions, Hot Dog Kisser? Hot Dog Kisser did ask another question. Can you set up a P.O. box so people can send fan art to you? I don't really know how to go about doing that. But if anybody wants to send fan art to me, just like DM me on Instagram and we'll figure out a way to get it to me. If you want to send me stuff, Hot Dog Kisser, is that what you're asking? Or just like, you know, for anybody? Regardless, if anybody wants to send me fan art, yeah, just like DM me on Instagram or, you know, send me a message anywhere you can. Email me, domesgage@gmail.com. I don't know that I should be giving out my email on the podcast, but do what you will with it, I suppose. Wait, no. Just don't hack into any. I don't fucking know. I'm not even putting. Send me an email if you like. You can ask me questions there. Oh, I thought about that the other day, actually. Because I'm always saying, ask me questions to talk about on the podcast. But I say that for YouTube. I'm expecting you guys to leave comments on YouTube. So for the people that are just listening to the podcast, like on a Spotify or Apple Music or however you listen to your podcasts, if you're not listening on YouTube and can't leave a YouTube comment and still want to ask me a question to answer on the podcast, then you can email it to me, domesgage@gmail.com, or hit me on the the Instagram DM and ask me a question for the podcast, and I'll answer them. I thought about that the other day. I was like, oh yeah, if they're listening on Spotify, they can't leave a comment to ask me a question on YouTube. So anyway, but yeah, no, I don't know how to do the P.O. box thing, and I haven't had that much like requests for fan art. But like I said, if somebody did want to send it to me, just DM me or email, whatever. And thank you guys for all the love on the last episode. Just looking at the comments right now, and all that is greatly appreciated. All that is greatly appreciated. I think that's about it. Unless there's anything else I can think of off top, but this might be the shortest episode. This might take the cake. 45 minutes. Appreciate you guys tuning in for another episode. We're gonna stay consistent. Like I said, even if they're a little shorter, even if I don't have shit to talk about sometimes, I still got to take the time out to sit down and record this podcast. Because I feel like just taking away the time I did just kind of hurt the momentum to it. You know, I gave you guys something, you were getting attached to it, and I took it away, and now you're like, what the hell happened to it? And then now I try to give it back, and it's kind of like, you got to get readjusted. Even me, I got to get readjusted to recording them and getting back in the swing of things. And so I can't fall off the face of the earth anymore. I got to stay active and do these every week. So. And I actually have something I need to do next week. So I might actually have to pre-record an episode, but you'll still get it on Monday regardless. I don't know. Never mind. Even if I do pre-record an episode, I'm not going to let you guys know, because then you're going to be like, oh, it's bullshit. It's not the episode. It's not the day before like it always is. So I'm just going to pretend. I'm going to pretend it's the day before. But I guess I just gave that secret away too. So no matter what I do, you're going to be skeptical. Fuck. I blew it, Buck. Yeah, I think that's about it. I'm trying to hit 50 minutes. I got 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes. I could kill this. Come on. I could kill this. It's nothing. So, yeah. We'll be back for another episode. I'm actually been working on something that I'll probably talk about on the next episode, actually. Working on, I've mentioned it on the podcast before. It's something different, and it's something I'm not used to doing, or I don't know why I'm being so vague about it, but right now, I have been working on something, so we'll talk about that. We'll talk about it next week. The reason I haven't talked about it yet, because I haven't finished it. I haven't I have not finished. So anyway, yeah, I don't know why the fuck I just brought that up. I'm trying to kill time, clearly, but now that just made this whole mysterious fucking story and shit. It's not that crazy. It's rap related, and we'll see. Yeah, I'll talk about it more on the next episode. How about that? Save some sort of topic just in case I come in here like I have nothing to talk about. But yeah, so I'll save that one. But, yeah, once again, I appreciate you guys listening, tuning in to the podcast. Hope you are glad to have it back, you know. I have got some good feedback, and people seem happy to have the podcast back. And I'm happy to be back. It's felt nice to record these last few episodes, and that's important. You know, it got to a point where I was kind of getting like, it felt like it was a task where I didn't want to do it so much, and taking that little time off just gave me a good little refresher, little breath of fresh air, you know, and kind of got me back excited to record these episodes and, you know, get the ball rolling again and, you know, get the music out, get back active with that, get, you know, back to recording and figure out what's next for you guys. And yeah, I've been trying to get like a couple, like I said, I started working on a few songs this past week and I've been trying to get them finished. And I was thinking about working on it today, and I was working on it, you know, earlier, and I was like, I got to do the podcast, you know. I gotta at least sit down because I used to make that an excuse, like if I'm doing the music, there's been days where I'm working on the music and I'm like, shit, I should be doing the podcast, but I'm, you know, fucking caught up in this song right now. And then the podcast is late and then I don't do it and then we miss a week or whatever. And I just had to make more of a commitment, you know what I mean? I think it was me and Ryan were talking about it and he's just like, no, like it's something you know, I set this goal for myself, you know, to do the podcast every week, and it's something that you guys are used to seeing every week, that I need to keep that habit. Like I can't just like I have all the other time of the week to work on the music, like sit down for the hour or however long it takes me to record and edit and all that. Like take that time out of your Monday or Sunday probably, but you know, take that time once a week to record the podcast. Like every other fucking hour can be or every other day, every other, you know, all the other time you have. Jesus. We're rounding the end of this podcast, guys. I'm trying to kill time and just babbling. But look, I already made it past 50 minutes. That's what I'm talking about. Just let me babble. But yeah, you know, I can't be late. Got to stay consistent. So I will take the time once a week to record these episodes for you guys, as long as you enjoy them and as long as you keep listening, because I could just say this shit to myself. But I feel like I've been letting you guys in on my life and my ideas and my just, you know, letting you guys inside the dome, getting the stuff that's inside the dome off the dome. And that cheesy slogan is going to be the outro for this podcast right now. Get the things that were inside the dome off the dome. This has been episode 22 of Off the Dome with Domes Gage. Buck, anything to say before we wrap this episode up? I give you a chance every week. Actually, Buck was very talkative this episode. He was giving me shit. He said, fucking, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm over it. This episode's over. I'll be back next week for another episode. Thanks for listening. Peace.